Before an educator opens a textbook, they have to answer a difficult question. Do I actually know my students? It is easy to look at a roster and see the data points provided by the system, the letter grades, the percentile ranks, and the numerical outputs. A report card records a final destination, but it leaves the journey itself hidden. While the mark on the page is visible, the mental path a student took to get there is not. A high score doesn't show the sheer volume of effort a student exerted to reach it, or the lack thereof. These metrics fail to capture the internal friction and the specific emotions a student felt while they were trying to learn. To teach effectively, an instructor has to look beneath these surface-level numbers to see the human being behind them. Every child walks into the classroom carrying the weight of a different external world. One student arrives with a safety net of familial support. Another arrives burdened by adult responsibilities that they are far too young to carry. Some students operate with a cultivated confidence, while others are slowed by hesitation and doubt. Recognizing these different realities forces a shift in how a teacher approaches the day's lesson. When students start from different positions, uniform expectations rarely result in fair outcomes. Beyond their background, we have to consider the immediate internal state of the child sitting at the desk. A student struggling with high anxiety lacks the cognitive bandwidth to focus on academic material. If a child is experiencing deep internal hurt, they cannot be expected to participate in the classroom dynamic. Fear simply stops the crucial psychological freedom that a student requires to properly process and learn any new information. Academic instruction requires emotional safety to take root. Without it, the lesson simply won't stick. Even in a safe environment, the actual mechanics of learning vary from one mind to the next. Some students need extended time to sit with a concept, while others require structured repetition to make the connections permanent. This map shows 4 different cognitive needs: time, repetition, encouragement, and space. While the paths look different, they all lead to the same destination of understanding. These distinct mental blueprints require the educator to be flexible and adaptive. Teaching succeeds by matching the specific frequency of a student's internal logic. There is an ancient philosophical anchor for this approach: Acharya Devo Bhava. The teacher is divine. This isn't a claim to power or a demand for a student's obedience. It describes a sacred responsibility for the intellectual and emotional care of another person. This philosophy humbles the educator. It encourages them to ask what a child has lived through before asking what they have learned. It suggests we should look at what resources a student was given before we judge the academic output they produced. Pedagogy finds its greatest strength in empathy.